Hello, my name is Gerald Fensky. I'm the inventor and the manufacturer of the Burrow Buddy gopher trapping tool. When I was a kid, let's say 12, 13 years old, I caught a lot of gophers on this farm. In fact, I won a bicycle. Local newspaper ran a contest, and they gave away a bicycle to the kid who caught the most gophers. And I won a bicycle with 140 gophers. When I moved back to the home place farm several years ago, the gophers had pretty much taken over. Nobody had been doing any trapping, and we really had a gopher problem in the hayfields and stuff. So I used to catch a lot of gophers when I was a kid, and I thought, well, I'm gonna get rid of them. So I bought a dozen Death Klutch traps, and this is a trap I used when I was young, and it worked real well. And I went out and set a bunch of them, and I used the same procedures when I was a kid. I always trapped in the Mound runner, and when I mean round, when I say Mound runner, that's that backfilled portion from the mound leading down to the main runway. I started doing this as a kid because I didn't have that many traps, and I didn't want to tie up two traps to catch one gopher. And this is what happens if you're trapping in the main runway. The other thing about trapping in the Mound runner, you can customize. And this is important. You want that trap to be tight fitting against the sides of the set hole. That way the gopher he'll push dirt right past the jaws, hit the trigger and get caught. And if those jaws are loose, the gopher might sense them, and then he'll plug short. So after missing a number of gophers, I started thinking, what is different now than when I was a kid? And I kind of stumbled across the idea that, well, I was making too big of a set hole. My adult size hand was a lot bigger than it was when I was 12, 13 years old. So consequently, my set hole was bigger, and so I came up with this idea of making a gopher trapping tool that allow you to make a custom-sized set hole, and this is how the Burrow Buddy came about. Using the Burrow Buddy gopher trapping tool, you can make any size hole you want, and the custom tight-fitting hole will increase the percentage of catches by a lot. Well, just recently this summer, I came up with another addition to the Burrow Buddy, and that's the trap setting feature on the hoe end of the trapping tool. This came about, my grandson came up one morning and said, we had a gopher moved into our yard and our lawn, and made a couple mounds, and Dad'll give me $10 if I catch him. So I grabbed a couple new DK1 Death Klutch traps and a Burrow Buddy, and went down there to show him how to catch a gopher. Well, I set the first one. I made the set hole and set the trap, and then I handed him the tool and the trap, and I said, okay, now you do the next one. Well, he probed the backfill and found the main runway, and took out the dirt with the Burrow Buddy, and he made a nice tight-fitting set hole. Well, then when it come time to set the trap, this is where the problem was. He's 12 years old, and he just didn't have the hand strength or the confidence to set the DK1 trap. Now the DK1, it's been long considered the best trap on the market by serious gopher trappers, but it's difficult to set. It's got a tight spring, and of course this was this is what it takes to make a good gopher trap. And it's kind of intimidating. It's got those sharp jaws. So anyway, it's a good trap, but it can be intimidating and difficult to set. So I went back to the shop and I started working on different holding fixtures and different things to aid setting the trap, or setting the DK1. Finally, I just came up with something real simple, and that was just a hole and a slot and a welded rivet. You just load the DK1 trap. You put one jaw in the hole and one in the slot, and you pull it down snug against the rivet and hold it in place with your thumb. And then take the winding rod, insert it in the loop. And with the winding rod, you get a 3-to-1 mechanical advantage. And so it only takes 1/3 the effort to wind the spring. That's the easy part about the Burrow Buddy trap setting feature. The safe part, the jaws of the trap are securely loaded in the fixture. I mean, this trap can't close, can't snap shut, can't misfire, no way, no how. It's held securely in place. So you can make the adjustments to the trigger, then slide your hand down out of the way and take the trap by the handle, and you're ready to set it in the set hole. To set the trap in the mound runner, the first thing is come up to the mound and read the mound. The mound will have a long side and a short side. Some people say it's horseshoe shaped, and the main runway will be on the short side of the mound. It'll be on the open horseshoe side of the mound. So after you've removed the dirt from the top of the mound, locate the mound dimple, the little round soft spot, and then take your trap stake and probe. You just follow the easy dirt down. If you get off course, it's going to get hard to push, and then just redirect it. And when you get to the main runway, you'll feel a little plunge for a couple inches. Now that's the pilot hole. Once you got the pilot hole in there, then you take the Burrow Buddy trapping tool and you push and turn at the same time down the pilot hole. Then hold fast and pull that dirt out. The dirt will follow out along the helix of the tool. Then once you get this round hole made, take the Burrow Buddy, turn it around, and it's got a little hoe end, and then you can finish shaping the hole with the hoe end, mainly on the bottom, so you get that Death Klutch trap to sit flat on the bottom. And what I said before is very important. The set hole should be tight. We want the jaws of the trap to go right out into the dirt on the side. I actually take the trap and I turn it a little bit. It makes the effective width of the trap a little narrower. And then I slide it down the set hole. When I get to the desired location, then I pull it straight. Pulls the jaws right under the side of the dirt. So we got a number of fresh gopher mounds right off to my right. So now I'm going to show you how to use the Burrow Buddy in making a mound runner set. First thing we're going to do is read the mound. This one definitely has a short side to it, and the short side, that's where the main runway is going to be. I'll pull away some of this loose dirt on top. Then I'm going to take my trap stake and I'm going to probe looking for that main runway. If it's hard, just pull it out and redirect and look for the easy dirt. Oh, yeah, we got a good plunge there. That's where the main runway is. And then you take the Burrow Buddy and you push and turn. When you get it in there, hold fast and pull it out, and you'll pull out the dirt. After you made that round hole, then we turn the Burrow Buddy around and use the hoe end to shape the bottom of the set hole for the trap. I'm going to use the trap setting feature on the Burrow Buddy to wind the spring on this DK1. First you load the trap in the setting fixture and put your thumb on it and hold it down. And then with the winding rod, give it one full turn. And you can adjust the trigger. Slide your hand down out of the way and you're ready to pre-fit that hole. I usually have that trigger set about a ½ inch ahead on this pre-fit. Then after I'm satisfied with that, then I set it back so there's about 2 springs showing. Then I turn that trap at an angle to make it the effective width of it a little bit narrower and slide it down the hole. Stake it down. Usually like to stake it the front part of the eye. Holds the trap more secure. This is that easy set we made yesterday, and it looks like we got him. I can see the trap is tipped over sideways, and actually I can see his nose. And this kind of wraps up this YouTube video. For more trapping tips, check out some of the other videos on my YouTube channel.